So good morning, everybody. I'm Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads. And today's call is Listings to Leads for lenders, right? So we've been here for about 14 years, originally designed to help real estate agents with their business and marketing and advertising and capturing buyer and seller leads. But we've also in parallel have an offer for lenders and title professionals to bring value to their real estate partners. And with that kind of increase their own value in their relationship. So our goal is to help you grow your relationships with your real estate partners so that you can gain more business as a result. So when you sign up in the system and you can create an account, you'll have this kind of information. I'm going to log in right now to a lender account, and we can see what this is all about. Give me 1 second. So we're logged into a lender account now. So if you don't know what the system does, it's really designed to help an agent advertise. And so when you sign up in our basic package for lenders and title officers, $150 a month, and you can give them, then you'll have 5 free seats of what you can do to help them. All the software that. So before we dive into what we do, I do want to address how you can get the word out, right? You want to introduce this to agents. So if you click on the agents tab, there is a button. A lot of people will use this. And if you create a profile for an agent right here, we'll send them an intro email. And this is actually not the best thing to do. I don't really recommend that because every agent, just like you and me, we get about 100 to 200 emails a day, and they're going to receive an email if they're not expecting. And if they ignore it, it might not be very effective for you, right? They may not see it, they may not log in, and they're not really getting the value, and that's the issue. So I want to direct you to this page, which says invite agents. And here you can do a few things. You can run ads on talking about the platform. And it's basically saying you can have a free account to help you do your marketing. That's a paid ad. So you connect your social media ad section and do that. There's also a post. So you can run a post that looks very similar to the ad, but this is free. There's also an e-flyer. So if you have a group of emails of agents that you want to reach out to, you can send this to yourself, or you can copy it and blast it out on Constant Contact, or maybe through your CRM. And it's just giving you the highlights of what you can make available to them. Also, there's a print flyer. So if you're doing a lunch and learn, you can leave this behind. And then there's a landing page that you can drive people to, and it shows them. Let's just look at it real quickly. It's a landing page to request a free account. So you're welcome to share this. This is made available to everybody. And then lastly is our presentation. That's a highlight of Listings to Leads. And so what I really recommend when you're trying to, you have some tools here to engage agents who don't know about it, or you might just pick up the phone and call somebody, right? And say, hey, I've been working together for a while, but I found a great system. You got to check it out, right? I would recommend that you do it in that way, that you reach out to an agent and you tell them you found something that's very interesting, and then walk them through the setup. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But this presentation here is designed to also help you introduce the platform to people who are not familiar with it. Now you can go through it. It's really just giving you a highlight of what Listings to Leads does and how we do it, right? We work through social media. We work through your farm markets. We work through your seller sphere of influence and database, and then print. And then if you're just clicking through, you just have a number of examples of what our tools look like. And in that case, that's a testimony of a lady. But you can get a brief overview of what Listings to Leads can do. That's what that is for. So if you want to share that with people, or if you want to use that to present yourself, that's what this section is meant for, right? So what I meant earlier about, instead of adding an agent and instead of walking them through it, I really think it makes a lot of sense to go through the setup with an agent because we do a lot of automation. We can do social media auto posting, and you can see it here on your profile. I don't know if Joe has this set up, but every agent has a profile, and there's a section up here that says auto posting. And so he does have his social media. So you're connecting here, and that tells us to auto post your listings. You could also auto post a free home valuation page. You just turn it on here, even down payment assistance or new construction. And then there's basically a landing page behind these so that you can capture free leads from your socials. You can also help an agent connect to their CRM. If they have a CRM, they can drop it in here or they can connect it here, and then any lead captured will go to them, right? You as a lender or title professional, you will see all leads from all agents that are in your account inside of this page. And you can see if it's a buyer lead, you can see if it's a seller lead, things like that, right? You also want to walk an agent through getting him to this ad section here, which is like the fourth from the top. And on this page, the first thing you're asked is connect to your ad account on Facebook. And you definitely want to do that. And because that's going to allow an agent to run ads in just a couple of clicks, and they can run ads on any of our landing pages, on any of their listings, and on any of the PDF guides that are available. So I'm going to stop there for a moment to concentrate on what I just said, which is running an ad on a property that's for sale is going to help you get buyer leads. And buyer leads are great for loan officers too, because these people are probably going to need a loan, right? A lot of people, when they're ready to, if they want to buy a house, they might be thinking, hey, I want to buy a house in this price range, but they didn't think of financing first. And so that's why a lot of lenders like to help on this part of the marketing, right? Run an ad on Facebook and capture leads. You can see here that this one here captured 13 leads. It was seen by about 1,500 people. 13 leads, that's good with name, email, and phone number. This one over here, 7 leads, right? So that's the fastest way to get buyer leads. And when you set up an agent profile, you can copy yourself on all the leads. And I actually highly recommend that because when they're getting leads, that's value that you're bringing to them, right? Through our platform. And so you want to be able to reach out to them and say, hey, did you see those leads, right? Are you going to follow up with them? That brings up a kind of a different question too, which is conversion of leads. And I would say that lenders tend to work leads harder than realtors. A realtor might call once or twice, and that might be it. But a lender will know that person really had an interest in something, and they'll find out and they'll get to that point where they know that they need a loan or they don't. So a lot of lenders will work with the agent to say, hey, let me follow up on these buyer leads so that you're not burning a lot of time here. Not all lenders want to do that, but a lot of lenders do because they know how to really ferret out if this person is serious about buying. Because if you're not serious about getting a loan, then you're not serious about buying. And so that's a nuance of how lenders work with this. And also there's one other thing. When I said that the agent can run this, a lender can run this ad too. So these ads that we're looking at were actually run by the loan officer. And some loan officers like to run their own ads for this reason. Loan officers or even title professionals they'll bring listings to leads to them. They'll help them get it all set up. They'll help them run ads. They'll help them get more listing leads. Just a lot of work that you're putting in to help an agent grow their business. And then they find that the realtor goes somewhere and writes a loan with another loan officer. That is sometimes upsetting. I've had that conversation with a number of lenders. And so some lenders will just say, hey, they'll talk to the agent and say, listen, the lender, the loan officer, I'm going to run an ad on it. Okay. And I'm going to convert those leads. And as soon as I do, I'm going to hand them off to you to help them buy a home. And that can be a more time efficient way of working with the platform, especially if you're a loan officer. Because in this case, if you got 13 leads and you talk to even half of them, maybe one or two of those people really do need a loan. And so you can pre-qualify them and go through all that process until they now know, okay, I can afford this kind of home. Then you can call a realtor and say, hey, these people need help buying a home. They're financed. They're ready to buy at this level. So that's just a little bit of how loan officers work with our ads. I do want to get into some setup things. There's a section here called social content. This is a really interesting and valuable part of the platform. It doesn't capture as many leads, but it's definitely helping our clients grow their social media networks. So when you come here the first time, you can connect your socials, right? Then you tell us how often you want us to post, every other day, every day of the week. And then there is a bunch of topics, right? And these topics are on home design, holidays, even quotes, and even funny meme stuff, right? You can put all of these or a few of these, but you definitely want to get these out. I will also point out that we auto post our social media guides. I'm going to show you what those social media guides are, but these are very useful and can capture free leads from your socials. So you definitely want to turn this section on. And it's also a lot of real estate people have social media. They just don't know what to put there. And this content it's really useful. It's very conversational. It's not deep, heavy reading. I just had feedback from an agent who was saying that he grew his Instagram base from 150 people to 600 people in 5 months. And he's saying people are seeing this content and they like it. Just had also another conversation with an agent who was saying that their Google business page, there's a little kind of Google marketplace kind of thing that's available now. He's saying that their SEO is increasing because of the frequent content that we're putting on there automatically. So you just set it up and we automatically do it. Another thing that I highly recommend when you're engaging an agent and helping him get set up is that you come to the landing page section here and you ask him a very simple question, which is, what is the top town that you want to create to get more listings? What's your number one town, right? You can do this for every town, but you just want to start with one. And if they say whatever the name of the town is, you can say, okay, let's create a property valuation plus for our favorite town, right? And you just type in the name of the town and you click create landing page. And that's going to create an instant home value landing page. And I have one here. So let's just look at it. It looks like this, right? And when you type in somebody's address, when somebody types in their address, the next page will say, we have your home value. Please give us your email address. And so if somebody gives you their email address, they're going to get an instant home value and you're going to get copied on it. So that, and then every month we'll send an update. And that's just a great way of capturing listing leads. Now you can create unlimited landing pages. Here's one. Let's see, Phoenix. Let's look at this. Phoenix, first time home responder. Okay. So this is something that they're working on, and you can create custom landing pages as much as you need. But I think that the home valuation ones are the most important, that you want to see the conversation with an agent that I'm going to help you get listings. And the first part of it is to create a landing page for your core farm market. There's also a client review webpage. And so if an agent has reviews, they can put them in here. And even this page will capture listing, buyer and seller leads. But I want to point out the PDF guides because there are times where agents don't. Let's see. Leo is asking, I don't have a lender PDF guide and the listing presentation. Let me ask you this, Leo. If you're logged into your account right now, does the second tab on the top say agents? Do you see that? And just let me know in the chat panel. So these are the PDF guides, and the PDF guides, there are 80 of these. Okay. There are 40 of them for buyers and there are 40 of them for sellers. Okay. And if you click on the green market button, and let's just find one here. Oh, these are actually the ones for loan officers, right? So they're lender guides and they're high level, right? But the agents have ones that they don't have the loan ones. They have kind of things for buyers and things for sellers. But all of these have the similar options. You can run an ad on Facebook. You can run an ad on Google. You can share it to your social media, and there will be a landing page behind it to capture a lead. And there's an e-flyer for your database. So if you have a CRM or if you have a constant contact, Leo, you're asking the same question twice. And I asked you, do you see an agents tab on the top left? You notice I'm at the navigation bar. The first thing I see says dashboard, and the second one I see says agents. Do you see that? Do you see that agents tab right there? Sounds to me like you don't have a lender account, but if you don't see that agents tab, then I know you don't have that. So you do see that. Is that correct? That agents tab? So if you see click on the agents tab and click on invite agents. And do you see intro to L2L presentation? You don't see that there? Yes. Yes, you do see it. Sounds like it. Okay. So if you click on PDF guides, you should then also see that the top PDF guides are for the actual lender. And when they start talking about loans, these are the ones that are for the lenders, and the ones down below are for the agents. Okay. So you have it. You just didn't know where it was. Yeah. So I do want to get back to this and let you know that there are multiple ways to market this, right? Google ads, social media posts, there's a print flyer, and there are door hangers. And even the door hangers and print flyers, they have links, they have URLs that people can go to. And as long as they give you the information, they are going to be able to download it for free. I'm going to click on Facebook and Instagram ads so this is a first time home seller guide. I'm going to click on Facebook and Instagram ad just to show you how this works. Is this for an agent? And we'll say, yeah. Which agent? It's going to be for this agent, right? Lead ads. Who pays for it? The broker. Who's going to get the lead? The agent or the broker? You can decide. Click create ad. And the ad is pre-written. All you have to do is type in the name of the town that you are targeting, right? And you can change your radius and publish. And that would get you leads for people who are thinking about selling their home, right? So that's just a little bit of the PDF guide section. And I wanted to point that out for you. But let's look at the listing section. So when a listing flows in, we do a lot of automated tools. And what I want to say about our listing advertising is we definitely have ways of capturing buyer leads, right? But we also, if you market a listing with our system, many of our agents will get one or two more listings. Okay. And that's really the name of the game. If you can help agents get more listings, they're really going to be listening to you. So we have a property here and it is just listed. And when we click on the market listing button, these are all the things that we're doing. So if I want to create a Facebook and Instagram ad, I click Facebook and get an Instagram ad, right? And you can see that Hugo has his social media account connected. So all you have to do, this is in something township, which I don't really even know where that is. So I'm just going to type in the name of a town that I know in New Jersey. And since this is in New Jersey, but if you know the name of that township, you could probably figure out how to target. And you just click create an ad. Whenever the word township is associated to a city, which it is in kind of the East Coast areas, some of the states there, Facebook doesn't know how to auto post that or auto populate that location. But if it's a town like, I don't know, Tampa or New York or just a normal city name, it will auto populate that town right there. If you run an ad, the default settings for a buyer is $35 for 7 days. So max $35 spent. And buyer leads cost about $3 each. Okay. So if you're talking to an agent and they need to get a home sold, you can tell them, hey, we can run an ad and a couple clicks here on Facebook and get leads with name, email, and phone number. How many leads do you think you want to work with? Because if I run an ad for 35, I'm going to get about 11 leads. That actually excites a lot of agents to get like 10 or 11 leads or even 8 with name, email, and phone number. But you have to also remember that there is a conversion rate to all leads. And the norm is about 1 to 3% for internet leads. And that's really what this boils down to. I definitely have clients who have been converting even recently at 4 and 5%. They just have a better process than the average realtor how to convert a lead. But you can say, hey, these leads cost about $3. If we run a $15 ad, I'm sorry, not a 15, a $50 ad, we could expect if I, yeah, 3 into that and about 15, 16 leads, right? And so you can get more leads by putting more money. That's really it. So let's go down. And also let me make sure that I'm very clear. This is the fastest, easiest way to get buyer leads with name, email, and phone number. There is no real faster way of doing it, more efficient. Now, social media post is different from a social media ad. It looks very similar, right? We were just looking at the ad, but this is free. And this goes on your social media accounts. And depending on the agent, that agent may have 50 people following their business pages. They don't have a big network, right? And so this won't get a lot of leads because there's just not that many people following that page. That's why a Facebook ad is so different, because thousands of people see it. You're targeting people that live within a zip code or a radius of a city. And that's what makes it very interesting, is running an ad. This, a social media post, it's good for a listing presentation because you can tell your clients, the home sellers, hey, I put it on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram. And actually, a lot of people don't know how to do that. So you're able to do that. And when we do that, we put a listing landing page behind it. So if somebody wants more information, they're going to land on this. If they click on it, they're going to land on this. And if they click on continue with Facebook, we're going to grab their name and email and deliver it to the agent. Right. Now, we also do tools for the sellers. The nearby homeowner letter is something that everybody, whether you're a lender, an agent, or a title professional, or an office, everybody needs this. And let me point it out. It's a piece of paper. And the reason why I'm saying everybody needs this is the strongest tool for capturing listing leads that turn into listing contracts. I do a live training class every 2 weeks on how to get listing leads with us. And there are a lot of tools to get listing leads. Remember, I just mentioned that there are 80 PDF guides and 40 are for homeowners. But this one, problem here, feels like my thing is stuck. This one gets the highest quality listing leads. It's a nearby homeowner letter, right? Not a lot of information. This says it's just listed. Go check it out. It says it's going to affect your home value. Go get your free home value here. So the point of this is to mail this to people who have equity. And you see, it says express copy. This company will mail it to people with equity. Now, I do want to point out, let's go over to Facebook real quick and see what we got here. We have a mastermind group. You may not know that we have a mastermind group. It's a private group on Facebook. Ask our support team to get you inside of it. It looks like this. You can't find it if you're not in it. It's private, so you just can't see it. But I'm going to show you something. So this is Pat, and Pat is mailing that letter out that I just showed you. It looks like this in the front. She flips it over on the back and prints it to look like an envelope. And then she folds them and handwrites these envelopes. Okay. Now, she has mailed 100 to when it was just listed and 100 when it was just sold. And if you look at the notes, you're going to realize that she has 8 listings from this one home and 200 pieces of mail. She handwrote those, right? And that's why she's doing that. That's to get that amount of business from one listing is frankly remarkable. We make it possible through Express Connect. If you have an account with them, they will mail it to people with equity too, but they don't handwrite the envelopes. It looks a little more like bulk mail. And you can probably guess that bulk mail doesn't work as well as a handwritten letter, right? So that nearby homeowner letter, you absolutely want to be using. You'll notice we have short form video scripts. We have an e-library database. We create a single property website and virtual tour. We have a whole open house marketing toolkit and all these things, right? YouTube video for each listing, all that. So this is a powerhouse for listing marketing, right? And I'm going to point out one more thing. So we're on the listings page now, right? And this is a tool that every agent should get. So if you're introducing an agent to this, you can come to the listing presentation section on the listings page, click on marketing plan and download it, right? This is going to be branded to the agent. So if the agent's logged in, they should download it and they should print this. And this might be a good tool for you to print and leave behind because it's 27 pages long of all of the things that we do to help market a home. And this is really meant to leave behind with a homeowner if you're doing a listing presentation. But it's also just a really powerful way of communicating what is available inside this, especially if you're introducing it to new agents, right? So you might want to do that if you're out trying to engage people. So that's listing marketing. We talked about ads. I do want to say another thing about ads. What I showed you was how to run an ad on a home that is for sale, right? We just went through that stuff. But I also want to point out that if you're running ads on properties that are pending or under contract or sold, like I'm going to do right now, the ad is, let's see here, if we have one here. It's designed to get you listing leads. Okay. And for some reason, I'm not able to go down here. Let's try this one. Sold pending. Let's see if this will do this. It'll get you listing leads, right? And that's a very easy way to do that. That's honestly. So I will say this, the quality of these leads are not as high as a nearby homeowner letter, especially, it's just, they're not, right? But you get these a lot faster because you just choose a property that's sold or pending and you click publish. Like that is very easy. Yeah, totally different from this lady who's handwriting letters here, right? But what I'm trying to point out is there are multiple ways of getting listing leads. And one of those ways is to market a home that's sold. Another way is to market a home valuation landing page. And you remember that I mentioned, hey, let's create a home valuation page and then run an ad on it. Now, there are some nuances about this. Let's see. Before on the landing page, we had a nice video, but now is a picture. Yeah, you can always add a video to a page. And you can actually add a video right here. If you're running an ad and you click on change image or video, you can upload a video so that it's sitting right here, right? And you may want to do that, or you can add it to the back of a landing page. And if you want to do that, you can. The only thing I'll tell you about putting a video on the back of a landing page, if you put it on the back, let's see here if I can do it. It can cover the whole thing, but you can't hear it. But you can also embed it as content, as custom content. And then there's a little button and you can play it and you can listen to it, right? So some people like to put like a drone video on the back of these because it's showing their city and it's beautiful. And that could be cool. You can do that on the back of a landing page. But if you're an agent who's talking about, in this case, Princeton, and you're saying, hey, I've been a realtor for 20 years and this is what's happening. Click here to get your home value on the right. To hear that, you have to embed it and ask the agents ask our support team how to do that. That can be very effective in getting people to sign up because that's where it is. But if we look at the landing page section, and let's just pop over there real quick, you might want to remember this. So it just doesn't, this is true for every one of these. Here's the Princeton one. I'm going to click on edit and tools. And let's give it a second. Right here, it's telling us to upload an image. And I definitely recommend that you put something in here that it's going to make everybody know you're talking about Princeton. But if you click on video, you can now paste in a YouTube video and that's going to be all over here. And let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to say, here's something that you can do. You want to really talk to the videographer before you do it, but I'm going to say, my keyboard just died. Apparently I can't type. Now it's working. Sorry. What is the problem here? Yeah, I'm not going to waste our time. You can copy a link to a video and paste it right in and it can run in the back. And that would be a good place for a drone. But down here in custom, there's a box. There is a section called custom page content. You can put in bullet points, but where it says video, you can now paste in a YouTube video, and you see how this box is over here on the right. The video will sit right here. And when you click on it, you can hear the person talking. So if that's important, that's how you can add videos. All that being said, once you've created a landing page, then you can think, how do I get it out? We have print tools, we have QR codes, we have e-flyers, and you can run ads. So I'm going back to the ad section, and I did show you earlier a moment ago that you can run an ad on any landing page. But I also want to point this out. I don't know if he has Google. I highly recommend this, especially if you're talking to agents who want more listings. When Facebook works, like Facebook ads work, but Facebook ads work for a different reason. And the main reason is that Americans like to spend about 40 minutes every day looking at Facebook. And I know that's not true for everybody, but 70% of Americans totally love to be going through here. And they see what their friends are doing, they see what they're eating, and they see their grandkids. And then there's going to be like some ad. And that ad in this case is, there's like a clothing ad, but instead of that, it could be your open house ad or get your free home value, right? Because American adults spend so much time here, that ad can work. But nobody came to Facebook looking for answers in real estate. When they needed an answer, 86% of all people come to google.com. And so a lot of agents who have been in the business for a while, they know that they need to be competitive on Google. They just don't know how. And here's why. Man, my mouse is okay. Let's see. Anyway, the search is like, how do I sell my home? I don't know what's happening with my keyboard right now. And I'm going to jump out of this. I'm going to jump out of this account and show you what that actually looks like. I think there's a couple of things there's plenty of ways for agents to, oh Lord, I'm stuck now, guys. There's plenty of ways for people to waste money in real estate. And I think two good ways. One is SEO, and agents get sold on having SEO for their website and they don't know what's going on and they just get charged ridiculous amounts. And the other is running Google ads. And I understand that because people know Google's important, but running an ad on Google is hideous. Now, I wish I could show you, but it sounds like I got to reboot the computer because my keyboard is died. Basically, you can run an ad just as easily as you saw me do it on Facebook. It's that easy on Google too. Use Google if you want more listings. And if you're talking to an agent who wants more listings, let them know, hey, we've got an easy way to run ads on Google. And it's awesome. You can get seller leads there. So I'm going to wrap it up because my computer's having some nonsense. I do want to point out that you should always direct people to this page here. I'm going to send it to everybody on the call here. It's our YouTube channel. And I do this class. I do live classes every week. And you should definitely spend some time learning how our system works. I recommend these two classes, Facebook and Google ads. And I also recommend top tools for more listings. And the reason why I do is both of them talk about how to get listings. And getting listings is going to become more and more important as time goes forward, right? So definitely check those out. I think every realtor, honestly, I tell realtors to watch 2 or 3 versions of top tools for more listings because I don't say the same thing in every class. And I go down deep in certain parts of the platform in each class. And so you'll want to know that if you want more listings in your business. So that's my story, everybody. Remember, The basis is to really create value in your relationship with your real estate partners. And with listings to leads, there are lots of ways to do that. We've been doing this for 14 years. We are familiar with the things that agents are trying to do. We just make sure that when you're doing it, you're going to capture leads. And there's just no company that does that as effectively with so many different options than listings to leads. So thanks for joining me. And if you have questions, lean on our support team and make sure that you ask them to get you inside the mastermind. All right, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.